Right, you want to know where to find pearls and how to get the best you can. Of course, we know we need an angler for that, right? If we know anything about Ark already. If you don't know anything about Ark, and you want to know, angler is the best for getting pearls. Alright, gathering it by hand, it's going to take forever, not going to work. So we're going to jump down the ocean, and we're going to start gathering some pearls up. Alright, so the best place to get pearls, we're going to show that to you, and we're going to go through here and go through a couple of other things. This should probably be a fairly short video. We'll see. It depends how everything goes, right? Okay, so the first thing to know, a bunch of sharks coming at me. Okay, we're doing this on officials. So hopefully this hasn't been farmed. Of course, I'm running commands to get rid of fog and clouds, which supposedly helps underwater. I don't know, because I just have to do that anyway. Okay, so off the west coast, near the border, right? We go down to the two borders here, and we got the one in the south, one in the west. And then if you look down, you have these glowing trees. Whenever we see these glowing trees, there's usually pearls, at least on the west coast. Okay, so one issue with the oceans is when there's lots of players on, the dino spawn is higher. So there's more enemies in the ocean, so it gets very dangerous. So the lower pop is the better time to actually go down the ocean and try and get some pearls. Okay, so you can see this is what the pearls kind of look like that. Sometimes they look white. These can look, they can be different, slightly different shapes and different sizes. So this is kind of what they look like under here. Alright, you just find them all around here, and some of them will be hidden. You won't even be able to see them. So if you just bite while you're swimming all down in the bottom here, you'll just get them. Because there's 3 there, so I don't want to bite those yet. We're going to bite one. Watch. We'll bite one. I got 90 from that, right? Okay. Ah! Oh, bite another, because we get a range of pearls every time we bite one, right? So that's 78. Come on. Leave me alone, angler. Bite one here. Oh, there must have been more than one, because that's 144. Trying to get a range to show you kind of how this works. It's a range, though, between... Here we go. 87. 75. Okay. So we're getting about 75 to 90 per bite. And that's with 360 melee. If you start going above 360 melee, you won't see much of an increase in pearls. It'll still be in that range. You might have an increase of like 3 to 5 pearls per bite, which I know can seem like a lot. But when it comes down to it, you need other stats. So once you hit 360 melee, stop leveling melee for now, and start leveling other stats. If you're good at running and getting away, you don't need to worry about health too much, but I would recommend getting your health probably to at least 4,000. That gives you a little bit of hits since you don't have a saddle and everything. You can take a few hits with that. Get your stamina to 2,000. That'll be more than enough to run away. 1,500 to 2,000, right? And then the next stat you want to deal with is, since this is the island, there's only so many pearls available when you're out, right? So you're probably not going to be able to double slot cap. So 1,200 to 1,300 weight's enough. If you feel you can double slot cap while you're going, or you're doing an event, oh, watch out for the scorpions. Or you're doing an event, you could, you know, you might want to have something with 1,500 so you can slot cap the angler, move it into your inventory, and then slot cap the angler again. Then you can either start pushing your hit points up higher so you can survive longer. Once you have your hit points to where you want them, you can go ahead and start putting stuff into the melee. So you hit about, so let's say 360 melee, we're getting 70 to 90. If we had it at like 450, 460, we would be getting, like, you know, maybe 75 to 100. So you'll find pockets of pearls like this all along the west coast. I haven't seen them on the east coast. I've been looking, I've kind of swam the whole ocean. I see pockets, small pockets of pearls in the south. Not a lot, especially around Harbour Island. And then if you go up the east coast, there's some pockets, but not as nearly. It doesn't seem like nearly as many as on the west coast and on the north coast of the map. But you won't find, there won't be a huge concentration of them anywhere. Like this area here is probably the highest concentration I've ever run into, is in this little pocket that I'm in. But of course, this run probably takes me 30 to 45 minutes to do, or maybe an hour, depending on if things go wrong or not. So we're not going to go through that on the video, right? I'll just show you the different pockets as I get to them, and I'll show you the path. take here. I'll make a graphic or something in Canva and... Alright, well I'm not going to be able to pull up the map while I'm on officials and give away my tribe's points of interest for some reason. It won't clear, so I'm not going to be able to use the map to show you, so I'll just kind of show you with I'll put an overlay of a map on here and show you from that. But kind of look, you can see the area. Basically every time you see these trees, there's usually always going to be pearls, right? You see these glowing trees. And then we'll go up the west coast and we'll go from there. Now, I should mention that this... oh, no. It's official service, so we have the event going on right now, the turkey trial event. So I am getting slightly more pearls than I would if... So around 90.2 is another place where you can drop down and see these trees. And of course, look at that. Look at those pearls down there. Alright, and there's more like that just spread out throughout those trees, so we're going to collect them all. Alright, so I just went through different things that are going to attack you, and you may have to run, cut them away, come back. I have a plesiosaur after me right now, so one of the things is you can kind of use the mesh on these to kind of keep him above you and out of bite range. So you can swim under these, stay close to the bottom, and you have a hard time hitting you. You can kind of stay ahead of them and swim in circles and get your pearls. Where did he go? Did he give up on me? Oh, okay. Yeah, he's over there. He got distracted. Oh, he's coming back now. Alright. If you stay low, he has a little bit harder time hitting you. This one seems to be hitting me more often than others are when I'm down low. You're not have good hit points in melee, you might be able to eat him, but it takes so much damage doing it. If you stay below and try and stay behind, he has a hard time hitting you. I got above him, so now he's really hitting me a lot. But they do, even this level 10 will do some damage from the angler, so I don't recommend fighting these guys unless you have sharks or something with you. Alright, so just gotta stay below them, circle them up, get your pearls, and leave the area. If Plessies, Mosas, or Tussels come after you and it's too much, you think you're gonna take too much damage, swim for the surface. Alright, once you get to a certain height, they'll stop chasing you and they'll swim back down and go back and do their own thing again. Oh, and if you're wondering where a lot of pearls are, out there. I guess. Oh crap! So as you see, there's pearls right there. Sometimes you can get up on the edge of the border and maybe bite through a little bit and get them, but I don't recommend that because the border has been known to anti-mesh your dinosaur. So I don't recommend getting this even this close. I would stay. See, look at that teleporting around. All right, I'd stay probably this far from the border. Alright, that's not worth it. So I already basically select out on pearls, maybe a couple of stacks away because I have meat in the angler. So I mean, a couple of away from slot cap, but because the meat was slot cap, so we've moved it over. We're only halfway up the west coast. Right, we've only made it halfway. So I know when the 1.5 goes away, it'll be slightly less, take a little bit longer, but not by much, right? And of course, 1.5 is coming right back in a couple of days. For the Christmas event. And of course, when the Christmas event comes out, I'll be making videos to show you guys all the new stuff that you can do in there. So make sure to subscribe to get that content, because once I've tested it, I'll be putting out videos. I'll try my best to test and rush the information as fast as possible, but I want to make sure I have it correct before I put it into a video. Alright, since this is going to be kind of new stuff, I'll be testing as quickly as I can, and then I'll get those videos out to you. So make sure to subscribe for those videos, and if you found this video helpful so far, smash that like button. Okay, so right around 53.2 is another nice little grouping of pearls. There were small little groupings all along the path up to here, so you definitely don't want to miss those, especially if you're trying to make lots of turrets. I'm stuck under there. And electronics and things like that, but yeah. So here's another nice little grouping at 52.2. It's right out in front of the easy cave entrance, so watch for turrets in case people have a base here. But right out in front of the easy cave is another decent little chunk of pearls. Alright, so once you get past the easy cave right there around 52 and you keep heading north, you won't find hardly any pearls at all going from there to the north until you hit about 4.2, which is underneath the big iceberg in the corner. You can kind of see this area. There's some pearls here. A decent amount of pearls. So this is really weird, right? The old pathing for the pearls would be going up the west coast from once you got into the snow, going up and then swimming across through the north and going east, and you would get a ton of pearls just right around the edges of the ice, the shore of the ice. And that was an ASE. So they've definitely moved some spawn points around. Once you get into the north, you kind of find pockets like this, 2 or 3 pearls here and there. You'll find little rat holes and cave, maybe even cave entrances. You need to watch for those. Don't be swimming in those with your anglers because there might be turrets. I should be very careful. Of course, if you're on PvP. If you're on PvE, well, if you're on PvE, you probably don't need to be gathering nearly as many electronics. You can probably just hit a small pocket here and there and be good. Alright, so as you can see, we've almost filled up our inventory. We have nearly 1,000 pounds of pearls, so that's really good. Slot cap, and got a little more than half of another slot cap. Going up north, there wasn't a lot. Alright, so we hopped over to single player to give you some coordinates and to show you some other pockets. This area here, as you can see, have pearls. Kind of start right over there near those plants, comes over here, kind of feeds through here. It's not a lot, but it's something. So if you're on the east coast, this is a spot you can come to. And then, okay, so it kind of looks like it ends here, but if you follow this back, and careful, because there's tusos and other things will hide around these rocks. So yeah, there's a canyon right on the other side here. And down in that canyon is going to be more pearls. So there we go. And you can see a line of more pearls. And if you come out of the canyon and go a little bit further north, you'll find a few more pearls. And a few more, and a few more, just kind of leading you this direction. Alright, so let's show you where we are. I'll go back to where we started real quick. We go to our inventory to get the exact coordinates. We're around 27.3, 97.5. Up in the northeast kind of side of the map. This is where you're going to start seeing more pearls. For some reason you don't see any hardly south of here. There's a few, but not many. And of course, if I pulled this up, it would say I'm a 3192, which is not correct at all. So, this map is highly inaccurate if you just hit the M button. Alright, now we're back in the north a little bit farther from where we were just at, where we went back. Alright, so this is where the pearls kind of led to. And it seems like they're leading you into this canyon here. But I didn't see any other pearls when I explored that way. But if you come up and over and go back toward the east here and north, all along near the edge wall here. Of course, don't get too close to the edge wall, you might get mesh detected. All along down through here, we'll find more pearls. As you can see, the coordinates aren't correct, but you can see we're just a little bit further north of where we were. And yeah, lots of enemies, so be careful. But more pearls. Alright, there's not too many this way, but still, if you're picking up pearls, I mean, if you were already close to here, you might as well swim over here and grab these as well. Just on the east side of Carno Island here. We got 3 more sets here. As we go north, we just keep running into tiny little pockets of pearls.